You're back. You had to talk with the coworker. That's okay. Welcome back, Jacob. All right, we ready? Let's do it. Okay, we should be starting chapter what, 10? I believe. All right. What's actually the first thing we need to do? What are we doing? Okay, interrogate Miss Nielsen, Vacher, Mr. Mori, and Countess Andrani, and Mr. Michel. Okay. Let's see. Well, Michelle's right there. I think the other chick's here, so, what's going on?
Doctor, I need to question Countess Andreni.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, Mr. Poirot. The Countess had an anxiety attack when we arrived in Venice. She was terrified the police would come for her and her husband, despite how you concluded your investigation. I had to give her a sedative. She has been sleeping since.
Suspicious.
You have stayed with her all the time we were in Venice?
Count Andrani begged me to watch over her. I have not left this room.
You're the reason she's in this state.
Book voted to absolve you all. I accepted his verdict.
I told her. I tried to reason with her. What she has already suffered, the strain of these last few days, it was too much.
I understand, Count. It's quite all right. I have the answers I came for.
Okay, so she's just been incapacitated here this whole time. Okay. So now we know she's never got off the train, so it's not her. I'm a detective like this. My social battery would run out after one interrogation. I feel that.
Ah, Michel. I have a few more questions to ask you, if you will allow me.
Anything, Monsieur Poirot. We are in your debt.
Let's see.
Please tell me your movements when we were stopped at Venice Station.
Once the compartments were cleaned and the linen refreshed, I stayed in my quarters.
Did you notice anything special? Comings and goings?
Monsieur Bouc had asked everyone to stay in their compartments. I would occasionally walk the train to ensure everyone was comfortable. Oh, I saw Monsieur Mori was all alone loading his crates of provisions. A great chef like that, reduced to petty labor, I would have helped him. But Monsieur Bouc had ordered me not to leave the train for any reason. So, Monsieur Mori was forced to labor alone.
Well then where was the gal?
Let us review the actual timeline of the night of Ratchet's murder, not the one manufactured to hide your crime.
I left the train in Minkowski for a smoke. Then I resumed my post. That was the truth. The train departed on schedule. But then, of course, an avalanche of snow blocked the tracks. At 12:45, Madame Hubbard and I met in her compartment to discuss how to adapt our plan.
Due to the snow and Poirot.
The little play we had staged for you had to be rewritten. I left her compartment at approximately 1:15.
Then the curtain went up. Calls in the night, the red kimono, all for my benefit.
And all for nothing, as it turned out.
Do not blame yourself, Michel. I am the theater critic no playwright wants to see in the audience.
Okay. Only trust Book at this point. Well, to be fair, there's a couple people we can trust. All the people who did the initial stabbings, all 12 of them. We already confirmed that it couldn't be Countess Andrani because she never got off the train. Same with Constantine. Obviously, ourself, Book, and Detective Locke. So there's only like a couple people that it could be at this point.
You play well. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Thank you. Many years of piano lessons thanks to my mother. I try to play in a few clubs in Paris when I get the chance, but as you can see, it hasn't made me rich. What can I do for you?
Conversation only. Tell me about your time in Venice.
I had Monsieur Bouc's permission to see my sister. She lives in Marghera, just outside of Venice. She had a baby a few weeks ago. This was my first chance to meet my new nephew.
Monsieur Bouc gave you permission?
Yes, you can ask him.
Most assuredly, I will. What time did you leave and when did you return?
I left around 9:10 p.m. I was back by 10:45 p.m. When I got back, Hotaru was in a lot of pain. I gave him a back massage.
That would have been enough time to kill Monsieur Wadi and return to the train. May I see your knives?
Of course, they are here.
If you don't mind.
Help yourself. They are under the bar counter.
Okay.
Tell me again about your poker game the night of the murder.
It's a regular game to help relax after a long day. Let's see, we started around 11 p.m. We took a short break in Vinkovsky, Hotaru, Pierre, and I. The game finished up around 2 a.m. We'd all had quite a bit to drink. Ah, yes, I left for about 10 minutes to refrigerate champagne for the next day. That must have been around 1 a.m.
Okay. Alright, what do you got going on back here?
None of these come close to the wounds on either body.
Okay. So it doesn't seem like it would be him. Unless he's hiding a knife somewhere else. Ryu, we just started. You haven't missed a single thing. The only thing you really miss is we confirmed that it can't be Countess Andrania, or however you pronounce her name, because she's been sedated. Apparently she had an anxiety attack, and Dr. Constantine has sedated her in her room, and they haven't left, so it can't be her. So far, it probably isn't Michelle, especially because he was one of the original 12 and he couldn't get off the train. It doesn't seem to be Fletcher, the bartender, so it might be I don't think it's Taro. It might be the pastry gal. Hi Ryu, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day today, my friend.
Good evening, Monsieur Mori. May I have a moment of your time? I have a few questions to ask you.
Of course, as long as you don't mind if dinner is ruined.
I promise to be as brief as possible. What did you do while we were stopped in Venice?
With Freya's help, I loaded fresh produce for the next part of our journey. Then, you may not believe this, but my job requires a lot of physical labor. My back suffers. Fortunately, Jean has become quite adept at separating my vertebrae.
So he just stated the opposite of what Pierre Michel said, because Pierre Michel said that he loaded all the produce alone, but he's saying that Freya was with him.
As you may know, I have solved the murder of Monsieur Ratchet.
That is a shame.
I beg your pardon?
The bastard sent my steak tartar back, telling John I was to burn it.
I will add it to the list of his crimes. One wound on Monsieur Ratchet's body was struck by a very sharp, thin-bladed knife. We haven't found it yet.
You think one of mine was used?
I'd like to have a look if you don't mind.
In that drawer.
An impressive set of knives, but their blades are too wide to have been used for the crime. Tell me about your poker game the night of the murder.
We started around 11 p.m. When John finished his shift. We played until around 2 a.m. From what I remember, it's a bit vague.
You played without a break.
Actually, we did break once for a smoke. John, Pierre, and I. When we stopped in Vinkovsky.
When was that?
Around midnight?
Saffron. It must be worth a small fortune.
I think there's anything in there. Making sure there's not any golden mustaches in this produce. Okay, so I got one more person to question. Oh, what's this?
A black feather. That reminds me
Like
of
that
something.
costume. I think I can snoop around in here.
The box is secured by some sort of locking mechanism. The design is formed by 3 commas. What is the word in Japanese? Tamoe. And it's obviously missing a piece.
So we need to go find a tomoe somewhere before we can open it. Interesting. Let's see, just kind of snooping. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything to snoop except for that, because that's new. Need those square knives? Like, aren't they more for, like, the butchering kind of knife? Like the big square block ones? Golden mustache! Can I...
Another golden mustache to treasure.
Cleaver's very useful. Yeah, they're kind of really
Good
useful for
evening,
like, just
Mademoiselle
hacking.
Nielsen. May I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, Mr. Poirot. I'm not going to bed right away.
Can you tell me your movements while we were stopped in Venice?
That'll be easy. I didn't move much at all. Let's see. I helped Hataru load all of the food crates aboard the train. Hataru had everything he needed, but I realized they forgot half of my order. I spent over an hour on the phone with the supplier without success. I had to change the dessert menu for tomorrow.
Dr. Constantine found a stab wound on Ratchet's body that was caused by a much thinner and sharper blade than the others.
Possibly a chef's
Not the
knife?
dessert menu.
My thought, precisely.
And you'd like to see my knives?
If you wouldn't mind.
I would gladly show you if I had any, but I don't. I use the regular kitchen knives. You may search if you don't believe me.
I see.
All the knives the staff use are in the kitchen or in the lounge, except
Except
Hotaro prefers to use his own.
Monsieur Mori doesn't use the kitchen knives.
Not usually. I know he keeps a set of
Oh, that
traditional
says
Japanese
box.
knives in a box in his
I
room.
had a feeling
he
when I
doesn't
saw
let
it.
anyone else use them. Although now that I think of it, he has been using the kitchen knives lately.
That's sus.
Can you tell me exactly about your poker game the night of the murder?
We started around 11 p.m. In Vinkovsky, we took a short break. Hataru and Pierre went outside to smoke. Oh, and Hataru got sick around a few minutes past 1 a.m. 1:10 a.m., maybe? He spent about 15 minutes in the bathroom, but he didn't want to quit on a losing streak.
Did his luck improve?
No, so we played to around 2 a.m. He lost every hand.
Interesting. Okay, time to talk to Book. We gotta get into that box. I'm betting possibly the murder knife is in his special box. That or it's just a bit of a red herring at the moment.
You told Fauché he could go into Venice?
Marghera, actually. Not so far away. It was his only chance to see his sister. He's been working every train for weeks. There is never time to see the new baby.
Enough, Book. Your heart does you credit, but your common sense, it...
I know. But it's fine. Isn't it? He did come back.
Oh, it's fine, as you say. Unless he saw the baby, then killed someone else and returned to the train.
But that's monstrous.
Murder is always monstrous, my friend. I've talked to everyone, but some elements of the testimonies do not seem to correspond. I need to recheck a few things.
Check the knife. Okay, we have this. Okay, 2 elements that are giving the staff an alibi for the time of murder. She doesn't smoke. Miss Nielsen did not leave the train in Vinkovsky, so she was alone in the crew quarters. Correspond. Yeah, the accent's great. Let's see, Mr. Michelle entered Miss Hubbard's room around 12:30. Or 12:45 to 1:15.
This is wrong.
No?
But I'm never far from the truth.
Okay, it's those two. Okay, Mr. Mori reboarded the train at 1:10 a.m. when Pierre Michel was not watching the corridor. Mr. Faucher boarded the train at 12:55 a.m. when Pierre Michel was not watching the corridor. So the three other staff are super sus.
Any of the three staff members had the opportunity to kill Ratchet when Monsieur Michel wasn't watching the hallway. That's the right answer.
Okay. Okay. Something was not quite right about Ms. Nielsen's testimony. Mr. Mori. Okay. Well, Mori's right here, so we'll go talk to him first. Oh. I like how it's like confront him, but like... Yeah. I need to check the knives. Okay, I understand. Not actually confronting him, just like look at the knives. But how am I supposed to open the box if it's missing one of the... What? Tell him away? What am I? Oh, it's one of these things. Oh. I hate these puzzles. What you want from me, game? Oh. So we have something there as well. Okay. Oh my gosh. Come on, work with me here. I can only move those that way. Oh, we puzzling. Has anyone gotten the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp complete? I haven't, but if it's something that we want, I can get into it myself. Oh, God, these things move too. Oh, God. I don't like how the interactivity works. No, it doesn't want to go that way. What if we... This would be so much easier if I could, like, fiddle with this a bit, like, more. Yeah, I can only move like that this way. Because that one's got, like, a lip right there. Can't move that because this is in the way. Let me just see if I can move that. Move that this way. Okay, that's as far as that goes. Okay. Oh, woo!
An object that looks like a broken comma. It must be part of something else. An object that looks like a broken comma. It must be
Well, that's okay.
part of something
You're totally
else.
fine. Those boxes are fun to fiddle with, but sometimes they're aggravating.
Colteria Venezia. Sushi knives, razor sharp. Sushi knives.
Sushi
razor
knives. Yeah, this is the only one. It also has like a different handle too. Yeah, they are definitely some very nice knives. What is personal knives? Okay. That's not what I wanted. We're over here, so we might as well confront her.
Remind me of what you did when the train stopped in Venice.
No problem. I helped Hotaru load all of the food crates aboard the train. Hotaru had everything he needed, but I realized they forgot half of my order. I spent over an hour on the phone with the supplier, without success. I had to change the dessert menu for tomorrow.
Mademoiselle, I believe you're hiding the truth from me.
What makes you say that?
Mr. Michel.
Michel saw Monsieur Mori carrying the crates of food alone. You weren't on the platform.
I did help Hotaru.
The entire time? He carried so many crates, his back was sore.
Ah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm guilty. I did leave him before we were finished. But I had to. There was no saffron he needed for a recipe. I volunteered to go into Venice and get him some. The Rialto market would be open late because of the carnival. He gave me money. I knew we weren't supposed to leave the train, but I only wanted to help. Mr. Mori can confirm this. Ask him. I saved dinner.
I mean, there is a jar of saffron.
Oh, on behalf of my palate, I thank you. How long were you gone?
I left at 9:10 p.m. and was back with the saffron around 11. That's when I called my supplier for the items I was missing.
Miss Nielsen had almost 2 hours to buy the saffron, find a costume, kill Monsieur Wadi, elude Detective Locke, and make it back to the train for that phone call. Yes, it's possible that was enough time. Thank you, Mademoiselle Nielsen. That is all for now.
Sorry again, Mr. Poirot. I hope you enjoy tonight's dessert.
Yeah, so she had plenty of time. You know, let's go talk to Mr. Nielsen about his knives. Suspicious.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Mori, but haven't you forgotten something? You haven't told me about the knives hidden in your room.
Ha! Yes, indeed. I forgot to tell you about those. They are my personal knives. I only use these knives. There are none better. I bought them all in Japan. No one is allowed to touch them except me.
Were you here for the ending, Epic, or do you mean you weren't here for the ending? Also, it's good to see you. Hello. Oh, they'll chill you.
What evidence can help me prove he's lying?
Didn't Miss Nielsen say... I was gonna go more saying that the lie was here just because he hasn't been using them according to Miss Nielsen, unless she's lying. This one, because one of them's in English.
I'm afraid you are better at sushi than lying.
What? What do you mean?
One of the knives has an inscription, Coltelleria
Oh, excuse me,
Venezia.
it's Italian, not
Did you
English.
happen to go shopping tonight, monsieur?
Damn you, Poirot. Very well. One of my sushi knives has been missing since the night of the murder.
Oh.
I thought you were going to believe I killed Ratchet. He routinely sent back my dishes to be ruined. Why does God give rich people the money to afford the best cuisine, but not the palate to appreciate it? I panicked. I know a very good store in Venice. I went to buy a knife to replace the one that had gone missing.
We're like, calm down, you have a
I
knife.
was accused. I assure you that I had nothing to do with any murders.
I would have an easier time believing you, monsieur, if you put that knife down.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
What time did you leave on your little shopping trip?
I left around 9:30 p.m. I was back a little after 11. 11:15 p.m.
Time enough to stab Monsieur Wadi and return. Very well, Monsieur Mori. That's all for now. If I have another question...
I'll be right here, cooking.
Oh, you was here. Okay, so the only thing you missed today was, we started at the beginning of chapter 10, where we went to go talk to the 5 people that we finished deducing yesterday were the only ones that could possibly be the ones that could go to Alpha in Venice and could do it. So we first went to Countess, whatever her name is. How do you pronounce her name? Where is it? Andronai. We went to go talk to her, found out that since we arrived in Venice, she was having an anxiety attack. So she was sedated by Dr. Constantine. And Dr. Constantine and her husband were with her the entire time in Venice. So it can't be her. She never left the room. We interrogated Michelle. And he said that he saw Mr. Mori loading the crates alone. But then when we talked to Mr. Mori, he said that he was loading the crates with Freya, who's the dessert chef. So those were already conflicting. And then Mr. Fotcher, if you remember the bartender, said that he was allowed to leave because Mr. Book gave him the ability to go visit his sister in like a little town over that just had a baby. So pretty much all 3 of the wait staff essentially had had ample time to actually murder Ratchet and then also go and murder Mr. Wadi as well. And Miss Nielsen kind of agreed or stated kind of the same thing with Mr. Mori, that she helped him, and then said she was on the phone for an hour with the supplier saying she didn't get all her stuff. Excuse me. And had to change the dessert menu because she doesn't have all her ingredients. We looked at her and went, that's not correct, because Michelle said you weren't there helping him. And she's like, I helped him at first and I left because we needed saffron, because apparently Mr. Mori didn't have it, so she went to go get the saffron, and then when she came back was when she was on the phone with the supplier. Had enough time to kill the person in Venice. We did a puzzle box right before you came to get the Tomei pieces to look at Mr. Mori's, like, his personal knives, and we found one of the knives were Italian, so he had to essentially go buy that knife here. And also he had enough time that he could have also killed Mr. Wadi as well. Yeah. So essentially it's these three that I think that we're sus on, because Michelle wasn't allowed to leave the train and she never left the train, so it's only down to these three. And we did find a black feather by the wait staff rooms, so one of them had to have the costume. So that's pretty much all you missed. Well, you haven't missed too much. We haven't been going for too long. Okay, who doesn't have an alibi for the murder?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. I do not think that's the right answer.
Who doesn't?
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Really? I thought she did because she's been in the room the whole time.
I do not think that's the right answer.
I'm confused. Who doesn't have an alibi for the murder of Mr. Wadi? I tried all four. Am I not understanding something correctly? Oh, do you think I can click on all of them? Oh, I was like... Okay. I was really confused because...
My little gray cells did not
it didn't
let
say
me
select
down.
how many. Yeah, so essentially all three of them. I think it was not him, as if he had done it. Unless the knife was damaged, he could have cleaned it and put it back in his knife case. Yeah, I honestly think someone else took his knife. I think it's either Nielsen or Fotcher at this point. I don't think it would be Mori? Because yeah, if you're right, like, why would he not just clean the knife and just make it, you know, I mean, technically, even if he did clean it, you know, forensic could still, you know, find traces of blood on it, but I guess he could also say, he's like, well, I cook a lot, so there could be animal blood on it, but whatever. But yeah, I think someone stole his knife, so he just went to go buy a knife to replace it on his set. She said she's in her room. Well, this is set in current time. This is set in 2023. Which room is she in? I always forget. There she is. I was like, which room?
What have you been doing, Poirot? I am completely in the dark.
I will shine some light on the situation, my friend. I have 3 new suspects who could have killed Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Fauché, and Monsieur Mori. They all had periods of time during both murders to commit the deed, and their alibis are weak. A visit to family, and not 1, but 2 shopping trips.
But... all are my employees.
Alas, yes, my dear book. But we have no proof against any of them. None of the three appears to have any motive whatsoever.
But this is a tragedy.
Do not give up hope. We will catch this murderer. There is still one place that may hold the evidence we need.
Geneva.
Exact.
Do not give up hope? Well, that's easy for you to say. But what if it's Freya? What becomes of dessert? If it's Sotaru, who will cook? Me? And the worst, if it's Jean, who will serve the drinks?
I've been checking up on the Banque du Lac. I had to confirm my identity for Interpol, so they contacted my captain at the Berkshire Police.
I suspect he was not pleased.
That my vacation was actually an unofficial investigation? I'll say.
I would be happy to speak to him on your behalf.
Thank you, but he'll get over it. It's a chance to close the books on the Armstrong kidnapping. He stopped yelling, asked for a report, then granted me an extra week.
Excellent. What did you learn from Interpol about the Banque du Lac?
It's had a bad reputation for over a century. Customers have included the mafia, Nazis, corporate swindlers of every description, even heads of state.
It is true, this. It is the worst kept secret in banking. They take advantage of the bank's strict policy of protecting the anonymity of its clients. This is in defiance of many laws from multiple countries, including Switzerland itself. Of course, I have never taken advantage of such a corrupt system.
That goes without saying, my friend.
There are ongoing investigations, subpoenas, court orders. The bank will eventually have to comply, or its assets may be seized. But until then, it still thrives, thanks to its wealthy and powerful clients.
It sounds perfect for the late Monsieur Ratchet. Do you have any ideas?
The serial numbers from some of the bills match those from the Armstrong kidnapping. We agreed in Venice that the bulk of the money must still be physically in the bank's vault.
I concur, Detective Locke. Exemplary work. So, our next task is clear. We need to get into Ratchet's safety deposit box.
There'll be codes, passwords.
And Monsieur Wadi would, of course, have known them all. The bag of money he carried is proof of that.
We'll need to find information about Ratchet's box in Wadi's office at the bank.
Most assuredly, but remember the secrecy involved. I doubt his office will contain all we need. Where else must we dig?
Ooh. Got sessions to lead and events to do for a few hours. I'll jump in how I can. Alright, Jacob, we'll see you later. Switzerland has the strongest privacy laws in the world. It does, for sure. Okay, where can I find information on Ratchet's safe deposit box? Internet, Ratchet's diary. Ratchet's diary?
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth. There was nothing helpful in Ratchet's diary.
Oh, okay.
No, not good. Mr. McQueen was clueless about Ratchet's private business, especially with Aziz Wadi.
Maybe his apartment? I was like, I know it's on internet.
Et voila.
Imagine, he has all the information he needs
Mr.
on
Wadi
the internet.
couldn't keep all of his secrets at the bank. Hopefully we'll find something in his apartment. We already have his address thanks to his passport, and his keys we retrieved from his body.
The train stops in Lausanne at 8 a.m. But that's far from Geneva. I can delay the departure until 11 a.m. No later. The police are expecting us in Paris by the end of the afternoon at the latest. They won't tolerate any delay.
The bank doesn't open until 9. I can see only one way that gives us a chance to be on time.
Taxi?
Let's take a taxi. I checked a map. It should take us less than an hour to get to Geneva from Lausanne, which leaves us just enough time to access that safety deposit box. We have no choice if we want to be back to the train by 11 a.m.
Search the apartment and the office efficiently separately.
The best thing is to separate. One of us searches his apartment, the other searches his office. To access the safety deposit box, we need to find the key, the box number, and the passcode.
Suppose you find all this. How do you plan to get into the vault?
We are going to use the bank's anonymity policy to our advantage.
And the quickest way is for you to impersonate Ratchet.
I would rather impersonate Jack the Ripper, but in the interest of justice, I will do it.
We need to find the account number.
Along with everything else.
I will say I want access to the vault. They don't ask for papers or even names. The vault information is enough.
I'm not hearing any of this. I run a train company. I don't rob banks.
Perfect. Let's recap the plan.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a little chilly, so I'm gonna steal your blanket. Wait. So cold today. Brrr. Let me just bundle up my legs. I should warm up in a bit. Honestly, this whole, like, staying in a nice train and going through multiple countries sounds so fun, doesn't it? Okay. Meet up at the bank. Look at them twirling mustaches. Okay. Go to Geneva by taxi. Separate. Bingo.
That was easy.
It was pretty easy.
To sum up, we're going by taxi to Geneva. Then we'll split up. You're going to search Mr. Wadi's apartment. I'll search the office at the bank. When we have all the information we need, you pretend to be Ratchet, and we can finally find out what Ratchet is keeping hidden in his safety deposit box.
It sounds impossible.
Not for Detective Joanna Locke and Hercule Poirot.
We should get some rest.
You are right, Detective. We face our greatest challenge tomorrow. Together.
Ooh, that's chapter 10. Casually committing fraud. The Swiss don't need to know.
9 o'clock. Our driver did well. It took barely an hour to get here from Lausanne.
But we must conclude our business in 1 hour as well. Book can only hold the train until 11 o'clock.
1 hour to find the key of Ratchet's safety deposit box, the box number, and its passcode. A lot to ask.
Indeed, which is why we must split our forces. I will take the cab to Monsieur Wadi's address. You must search his office.
I have you on speed dial. And thank you, Mr. Poirot.
For what, mademoiselle?
For trusting me.
All right. Hey, legal if you don't get caught. Exactly. And we won't. They'll never know. Okay.
You there. I have an appointment with Mr. Wadi.
Let me check. I'm sorry, I don't see any appointments this morning at all. Mr. Wadi hasn't even arrived yet. Although he should be here by now.
Even though your customers are anonymous, considering the amount of money involved, you should still have a mention of a meeting.
Yes, I can't understand it. I'll be sure to ask Mr. Wadi when he arrives. In the meantime, you are more than welcome to wait in his office. I'll see you're not disturbed. Please follow me.
Bingo, baby. We're like doing an Ocean's 11 kind of like heist here. Let's go.
Please come in. I can't understand where Mr. Wadi might be.
Who's gonna tell her? Not me.
You're right. I don't have much time at all.
Yeah, because she's gonna realize like something's up and he's not coming in.
It's closed.
It's locked.
Alice in Wonderland. Again. Mr. Wadi seems to have really liked this book.
So yeah, it's their secret code book.
A souvenir Tower of Babel. Makes sense. We know
Okay.
that Mr. Wadi is from Iraq, and the
All right,
ancient
thank you.
tower is said to have been built there.
Hmm. Oh, interesting. One, two, three, four, 5 windows per level. So this one seems to only have 2 here. Oh god. 2, 2, 2. So I'm wondering if it just have to have like enough windows to complete the whole thing. You know what I mean? All windows on one side. We can try. Oh, some are circles, some are squares as well. So this one only has circles. This one only has squares or... Yeah, this only has circles. And this one has either nothing or it has squares. Let's leave it alone. Let's look at some other stuff in the meantime.
Locked.
So that needs the
I need
key.
the password. Maybe Poirot can help me. I'm taking a picture of it. I'll send it to Poirot. It might be useful to him.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be like kind of that Nancy game where you swap between Nancy and Bess, or...
I managed to get into Wadi's office. I did a quick preliminary search. Everything is locked, including his computer. All I could find was a photo with a date on it. I just sent it to you. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. That might help. I've just arrived at the apartment. I'll call you when I find something.
As quick as you can. I can't stay here long.
We're trying to find out who did 13 stabbing. Yes, and also, we're also trying to figure out who killed Mr. Wadi as well.
Ah, here we are. Let's see if the key I picked up in Monsieur Wadi's luggage in Venice will open his door. Great.
Beautiful. Not a bad apartment.
A dart. A familiar projectile found in any pub in England.
Okay, I have a dart. Huh. Interesting. Meet me in Venice on December 18th at 10 p.m. Confirm the appointment by sending me a postcard with the meeting place. Bring me 50 bundles. the Italian passport, and the red glasses. As usual, I have changed the passcode. The new one is... look in the old edition of 1865 on pages 88, 91, 94, 96, and 98. Saw 3, 3, and 6. Someone write these down. 88, 91, 94, 96, and 98.
The key to the password is close. I can feel it. I think this belongs here.
Interesting. So we probably have to put them on a certain spot on the dartboard. Alright, thank you, my friends. Oh my god. I just want to explore around before.
Staring at the clock won't help. Wow. This could be the password to Monsieur Wadi's office computer. He must change it every month. It seems to have a logical sequence, but I need to find the one for December.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so... my very mathematical friend. So it looks like it goes 361070 for the first line. Seven, 4, 7, 2, 1, 8. I wonder if it's like some kind of math equation. Like 3 plus 6. No, because minus 1 wouldn't get 7. Nine, 8, 5, 8, 3, 2. There's gotta be like, there's logic to this, but what the logic is, I don't know. Oh, I can't even leave. We're stuck in here. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, so it's a 4-digit. So obviously it's the numbers that are there. I'm just trying to see what kind of pattern I can shake out. Oh, did you get it, Mila? It goes sideways to the right. So we have 3, 7, 5. Skewed. Oh, I see. So you go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh ho. So this would, so if it's going this way, so then we're counting 1 up. So this would have to be what? 5, 1, 9, 3. Nine. No, this one's a 1. Because it's 5, 1, 9.
If that's the password to the computer in Monsieur Wadi's office, we still need to translate the Arabic characters. And there weren't any Arabic characters on
Very
the
good,
office
Mila.
computer's keyboard.
Yeah, there definitely was a
If the
pattern. It's more like how we
computer
found the
in Monsieur
pattern.
Wadi's office has a similar Arabic keyboard. I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Okay. That was a good find. That was a good solution.
This computer won't give up its secrets easily. This keyboard should help me translate this code.
So this one is an R. Then this one is an A. This one is a P. Oops. F. A.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Oh, whoopsies. I was looking at the wrong one up here. E.
Arabic
There we
is
go.
read from right to left, so the password
I was right
must
this time.
surely be
You
read
were
that
right,
way
Mila.
too.
It was a good detective
Only
on your
this
point.
will unlock the computer in Monsieur Wadi's office. Let me text it to Miss Locke. My little gray cells did not let me down.
Okay.
Staring at the clock won't help. A bizarre endgame to be sure, but I suspect checkmate is possible for white in 3 moves. Let's see.
No, I'm not answering the door. Go away. I'm snooping.
That may be useful to Mademoiselle Locke or me. I'll take a photo.
Golden mustache.
Another delightful trophy for my collection.
Go away.
Who are you? What are you doing in there?
I am Hercule Poirot. I am working with the police. You are Monsieur Wadi's neighbor?
Yes, next door. I heard a noise. I thought it was Mr. Wadi who had come home. I don't know him very well. A delivery man left a package for him with me.
You don't know your neighbor very well.
Yes, what of it?
How is it that Monsieur Wadi has a picture of you on his desk? There is quite a family resemblance. You wouldn't be his brother by any chance?
Why are you going through his things?
As I told you, I am working with the police.
All right, yes. I'm his brother. Mehdi Wadi. Do you know what he is?
I am very sorry, sir, but I have some terrible news for you. Your brother has been murdered. You have my sincere condolences.
Oh no. Aziz. My wife. My son. Their hearts will break. Everything he did was for his family. He brought us here from Iraq to give my son a better future. We can't go back. You won't. You won't.
Do not fret, Monsieur Wadi. I do not want to cause trouble for you and your family. I am here to catch his murderer. When did you last see your brother?
2 days ago. He was on his way to Venice. It was not a journey he was looking forward to. I knew something was wrong, but he promised all would be well soon. My son will be heartbroken. Aziz made a point of reading to Fadi every night so he could learn English. We hope to legally emigrate there one day.
Your son, Fadi. What did Monsieur Wadi read to him?
His favorite book is Alice in Wonderland. The nonsense of it all. Why?
It is the answer to a question I had. I believe your brother was a good man, forced for some reason to keep secrets, and that got him killed.
Sir, there is something else. Aziz left me a letter to open if anything should happen to him.
Could you show it to me?
Yes, I will get it.
Puzzles and mysteries, no problem. Relationships, I cannot. You're doing great, Mila. Alright, brother, a man named Ratchet found me at the bank. He threatened to kill you and your family to force you to do illegal things. Mehdi, if I die violently, this man will be responsible. Send an anonymous letter to the police. Tell them of his safety deposit box in the Blanc du Lac. His bank account number is 82664. They will know what to do. Goodbye, my brother. Give my love to Ashia and Fadi. I wish you all a good life.
It all makes sense. It's horrific. But to Ratchet, it would be just business as usual. At least I have Ratchet's account number, 82664. Thank you for giving me this letter. Let me assure you, the man Ratchet cannot harm you. He was killed before your brother was.
Really? Who did it? The one you say hunted Ratchet?
Yes, without a doubt. I promise you I will find them.
Sir, we have no papers. The police...
Your secret is safe with me, monsieur.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, I must go to my wife and son. Tonight, I will read to Fadi from Alice in Wonderland, and we will remember my brother.
Well, this French makes you want to watch Ratatouille. Maybe tomorrow?
I need to notify Mademoiselle Locke that I have Ratchet's bank account number.
Got an achievement. Complete the characters menu. Nice. Okay, we have... Okay. So checkmate in 3 moves. So...
No, not good. Nice.
Oh, I didn't...
I do not think that's the right answer. Good.
Okay.
I do not think that's the right answer. Well done.
There we go.
That's the right answer.
Solve the chess workshop. Yes, because that definitely helped me solve this crime. Okay, so the passcode, that's with the book. Oh god, what page was it? Oh, I see. So it was 88, so it's what, 3? $88.91. Not seeing anything on 91. Maybe that counts as 0. Then 94. Wait. So it was what? So if it's 88, so there's 3. Yeah, 91 didn't have anything on it that we could see. So someone also write this down. So we have 3, possibly 0, because there's nothing on 91. 94 is 9, so it's 3, possibly 0, 9. 6. And then nothing on this page that we could see either. Wasn't there a better version of the book? Possibly. But the thing is, we have it. So we have 3. Okay, so yeah, so
that is not a good answer.
Yeah, so I think what we need to do, wrong button, we need to swap back, because she has a not damaged version of the book.
Ah, the peculiar habit some people have of displaying things on the door of their refrigerator. I've just sent a photo to you, in case it might help you.
Thank you.
I texted
Yeah,
the
it did
Ratchet's
say a
account
particular
number to
copy
you.
of the book,
Did you
but like
receive
it's
my text?
damaged.
This must be the password to Mr. Wadi's computer.
I have it. Thank you.
Okay, so it still has that. So we have 3. It was what, 391? 4. So it's 3, 4, 9, 6. And then it was, what are we? Yeah, 96 doesn't have anything, so I wonder if it is 0. So what was this, 4? 3, 4, 6, 9. You think 2?
Ratchet's
Very good.
password. Here it is. That is a great detective job.
Okay. Alright. I still want to solve this. Anyone have any thoughts what we could possibly do with this? Because everything's visually the same. It just has different windows. Yeah, there's something about the shapes. We do have a hint that we could grab. Also, Freya, hi, it's good to see you. Hello, my friend. Freya. Thank you so much for giving a gift sub to Cat Lover. Cat Lover, you got those Zo Baby emotes for the rest of the next 30 days. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Freya, you're too kind. Try 5 windows on the bottom? I can't. We only have these 2, these 2, these 2, or these 2. I can't have 5 down here. 5 is not an option. We only have 4 sides that we could rotate them to, and they don't have 5. Because I thought of having, like, going down 2, but this one also doesn't even have 4. So, it's not, like, 0 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just, it's not going to be that. Maybe 5 windows plus doors. Maybe. Yeah, this one only has circles. Let's say something about the fridge. Oh, there could be. That's computer password. That's his account number. That's on the computer. Yeah, he said something about he's sending it to me, but I don't exactly like know where it's at. Hold on. What if it's in this one? Inventory. Why can't I like look at that better? There's like, you can see the tower there. The shapes of the magnets. Oh, you're right. So we need a door, a square, 2 circles. Okay, okay. Oh. So we need the door. 1 square and 2 circles, which we have. 2 circles. Square on the right and 2 at the bottom. What would we do without you, Mila? That one. Oh! Oh! The key!
A key. I wonder if it will fit the desk drawer.
I would bet money. Let's go. Oh, pencil. Really? I can just pick it up, but I can't do anything with it? Cool. I see shapes. Why can't I acknowledge that I should use this pen to scribble? Okay, well, I guess we'll come back to that, I guess. Okay. No, not that. Someone write this down for me. E3, F9, P1, A5R. So that way I don't have to like keep bopping in here to write down. Thank you, Ryua. Last writing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but like I can't like grab the 2 and do the thing, you know what I mean? So we have E3, F9, P1, A5R. Count number. Oh god. Count number is 82664. Let's go!
The number of Ratchet's safety deposit box. At last. I should let Mr. Poirot know.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so we still need to search his office. Yeah, there's one more thing, and it's gotta have something to do with his paper.
Those indentations
there we
are from
go.
the sheet of the notepad that was on top. This is great. All those mystery movies I watched as a kid. I know what to do.
Oh, let's go. Let's go! Look at all those little doodles. Of course I'm gonna fill in the whole page. I have to know every little secret. Alright, that's everything.
I'll send a picture of this to Poirot.
I hope he likes my little scribble. Okay, is that everything in here? There's still something. I made inside Mr. Wadi's office. It has, he has left clues accessing Ratchet's safe deposit box in case something went wrong. Okay, so we're still missing something here before we swap back to Poirot. What else?
It's closed.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we have that closed, but... Golden mustache!
I've earned a gold mustache.
Heck yeah! So there's gotta be something in here, but we can't...
It's closed.
Just bust it open! Alright, well I guess we have to swap back. Help art puzzle for Poirot.
I sent
That's
you a
very
photo
true.
of doodles I found on a notepad. I hope it can help you.
I hope so as well.
I was able to access Mr. Wadi's computer. I have Ratchet's safety deposit box number.
Excellent.
I think I've discovered Ratchet's safety deposit box passcode.
Well done, Mademoiselle Locke.
Okay. So, for Poirot... he also has one more thing left to do, which I'm pretty sure is this, but I don't think we got any clues on, like, what we kind of need to score, you know? I think this was for... that was for Locke, I think, specifically. We have 3 darts. And we have this. I don't know. Do you think we need a hint? Or do you think we have what we need? Yeah, because both of them are missing one thing left for us to search. And I think with him, it is the dartboard. But I don't know if there's anything that we picked up. Unless this is it. There's also this that she just gave us. So we have the chessboard photo. I'm not entirely sure why. It does have 3 of each. Hang on. I was wondering, look at all 5 of the pictures to see if they're related. That's what I was thinking. Because I'm not sure if it's just these numbers, or like, because it has a date and then it has some Arabic. This has a weird shape symbol thingy. But then this also has, you know, 3 and 3, you know what I mean? I feel like it's one of these 2. Wait, 3 black and 3 white? Yeah, the darts are black and white, for sure. Yeah, the only thing is I'm confused, unless it's saying this whole inner row is D. So if we're thinking D, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're thinking that? That might be it. Also, real quick, friends, hang on. I do need to use the restroom real quick, so give me one quick second. I'll be back in just a little second. You can think on it. Give me 1 second. All right, my friends, thank you for being patient. I'm back. Let's jump back into it. Okay, so we know there was one at D8. There's one at A8. A7. Okay, that's all the black ones. And then white is at D8. Wait, hang on, I think I messed this one up. This is not... This one is supposed to be D8. B7 is this one. Okay. And then A6. A6. And then lastly, D5. Oh. Ratchet safe number 4346. Oh, that's a 5-digit number. Oh god. Pattern on the paper? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. It's so hard to like memorize. Unless it's this. It could be that, so that's what? That's up. Yeah, that's still a digit off. It can't be that because it's not enough digits. Because you see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Missed the 6, did I? I did, thank you. Never mind, that actually worked.
It looks like a safe key to me. We finally found it.
Huzzah! Good job, team. Good job, team! So that should be everything. Yep, that's everything on his side. Oh. These were just linked. Never mind.
Good news. I have found the key to Ratchet's safe.
Perfect. We're running out of time. Do we have everything?
I have the key to the safety deposit box.
I have the number of the box.
And we have the passcode. I'm on my way. Time to rob a bank.
We leave the dartboard wide open. Definitely not
Sorry
obvious.
to keep you waiting. I haven't heard from Monsieur Wadi. You'll have to reschedule with him.
This is quite annoying. I'll have to reschedule.
Absolutely. I hope I have been of service.
You have no idea.
She's like, okay.
That was fast. We do this as planned?
Yes, I am, Monsieur Ratchet. But with the bank's questionable policy, I do not expect anyone to ask.
Right. Absolute secrecy regarding their clients. The last Swiss bank of its kind.
Does mean missing one of our offices? No, I think they were connected. So you needed the office to help you get to that one.
Madame, I still haven't heard from Mr. Waddy.
Well, we'll have to make do without him. Now that my friend is here, it's his box we want to access.
And the clock is ticking. I trust there is no problem.
No, no problem at all. May I have your safety deposit box number?
4346.
May I see your key? Do you know your passcode?
Yes. Mademoiselle will be able to accompany me? No names, of course.
Of course. I'll open the door. Go down the stairs. The guard will accompany you.
Alright. And we're in, baby.
Please leave your personal belongings in this bin and then go through the portal. I'll open it for you.
Yes, let's go. Time to steal the money. Ooh. We're in, baby. Um, 4346.
At last, we reach our goal.
Now I will insert my key, if you allow.
Thank you.
And then our... Let's see, what is it? Oh... That's the safe number, but what's the... Safety deposit passcode? 34962. Let's go, baby! Oh.
I'll be by the door should you need any assistance.
At last.
I suspect the effort will be worth it. This collection of various personal items. Do you know what they are, Detective Locke?
I do, Mr. Poirot. God help me, I do. Souvenirs.
What an
The trophies
absolute
serial killers
madman.
take from their victims to remind them of their kills. Ratchet wasn't just a kidnapper.
No, indeed. He was a monster.
Man, I wish I could got a stab in on him too now. That was a Benoa.
The one on the left. Ratchet.
Whoever he is with, their friendship seems over.
The build. The hair. It could be Noah, his partner in Daisy's kidnapping.
It appears they had a falling out.
I wonder why.
Another bracelet. Another victim.
Another trophy. And then there's the one that we already found, Suzanne's red glasses. MC. The real journalist Michael Clark. Ratchet would have needed to kill him to assume his identity. He took this ring as his trophy.
Another victim. Another trophy. A woman. We may never know her name. You were lucky, mademoiselle.
How many
when
did
you
he
met
kill?
him at
Too
that
many.
cabin in the forest, alone.
How many victims do you think Ratchet had?
Too many.
Kitten wagon?
I wonder who this keychain belonged to. Certainly not Ratchet.
Yeah, he was indeed a serial killer.
Diamonds.
A fortune. Crime does pay.
No, mademoiselle. This time it was the criminal who finally paid. For every soul Ratchet claimed, even more are suffering.
Gosh, can we like bring him back and stab him a couple more times? I think he deserves it. Zero keys?
Another trophy. We may never know how many people he killed.
And it's not like he's like, because looking at this, he was not a serial killer of like only women. He was just, it seemed very more just opportunistic of just whoever he could kill, or who needed to, I should say.
He knew the serial numbers on the banknotes could be traced. The rest of the Armstrong ransom money, the serial numbers match. 4 years of investigation. It's all over. I finally have the last piece of evidence that Ratchet was Daisy's kidnapper and murderer.
More than that, you have helped unmask a serial killer responsible for so many deaths.
But even with all this, we're no closer to solving Ratchet's murder.
On the contrary, mademoiselle, everything. It is coming together. Don't you agree, detective?
What?
The damaged photograph.
It could be Noah. You think Noah killed Ratchet for revenge?
The train.
What about the train?
I know how a killer could vanish without leaving a trace in the snow.
Wings?
Camouflage. The trophies.
Poirot, we have a train to catch.
Not just a train, Detective Locke. We have a murderer to catch.
I like how we're just leaving it out there. That's what, chapter 11? Yeah, they literally just had our conversation. We're just them. We just don't know it yet. Who's he talking? Oh, he's talking to him. Okay, I was like, who's he talking to? We have the same dessert again. You can tell they only made a single model for the dessert.
Poirot, enough! You have kept us in suspense ever since we left Lausanne.
Forgive me, my friend. Detective Locke and I needed the time to put the last pieces of the puzzle in their proper places.
I'll fill in where I can, but this is Mr. Poirot's show.
I confess I can't help, but I feel a certain déjà vu.
You are correct, Doctor. We have been here before. However, without you, we wouldn't have been able to reach the true conclusion of this story. My friends, your attention, please. I hope you have finished your dessert. You have every right to think the solution to the murder of Ratchet is a closed book. You are wrong. I, Poirot, admit that I was wrong. There is a final chapter.
What in
Nothing's happening. He's just kind of working the plate.
Perhaps if we are silent, Monsieur Poirot will explain.
Most of us naturally expect a journey by train to proceed in an orderly fashion from station to station. But this journey has gone off the rails. A comfortable journey, which should have been restful, turned out to be quite a challenge for my little gray cells. I beg your indulgence. I know it will be painful, but I must update you on the strange turn the Ratchet murder investigation has taken. I had two hypotheses, as you recall. A stranger boarded the train in Vinkovsky, killed Ratchet, and then exited the train unobserved. That was the first possibility. The second solution gave us 12 jurors who condemned Ratchet to death for the kidnapping and murder of Daisy Armstrong. My friend, Book, properly chose the first solution for the authorities. However, thanks to Dr. Constantine here, a 13th stab wound was discovered, throwing that solution into disarray. Moreover, The words of a witness called into question the chronology of the night of the murder upon which the first two solutions were based. Detective Locke?
Ooh. Murder solved. Which witness threw doubt upon the timeline of the night of murder?
Michael admitted to having been absent several times
It's
during
Michelle.
the night. His absence therefore gave multiple opportunities for a 13th murderer to slip into Ratchet's room before the other 12 jurors lined up to stab him.
You are saying the man Ratchet was when we...
Yes, you executed a man who was already dead. But there were other suspects that night.
Other suspects? Who?
They stand before you. Mr. Fauché, Mr. Maury, and Ms. Nielsen. And they all also had a hole in their stories about their movements that night. Mr. Poirot?
Most of you don't know it, but there was a second murder in Venice.
Mein Gott, another murder.
The victim
Oh,
was
you
a
don't
man
have it,
named
lady.
Aziz Wadi, a banker in Geneva who was on the payroll of Ratchet. He looked after the money Ratchet obtained from the Armstrong ransom. Ratchet needed money and arranged to meet Mr. Wadi in Venice. One of these three knew about that money. Now, each of them had an alibi of a sort, but if any of their alibis was a lie, that person had time to murder Monsieur Wadi, Monsieur Fauché, Mademoiselle Nielsen, and Monsieur Maury. One of you murdered Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi.
I don't know who it
Are
is.
you kidding? I pour drinks for our guests. I don't murder them.
It's nonsense.
You are accusing me?
I like how like
Because
he's
of
got
my
stuff on
knife?
his jacket.
Why would one of my employees kill Ratchet?
I don't know. You're Germans butcher other Europeans' names all the time, so you can't blame her too much. I mean, yeah, but it's like, this whole time we've been clearly saying his name is Michel, so you should hear. Think no? That's what I was thinking.
The killer's motive for killing Ratchet was revenge, but not for Daisy's death. The motive for Aziz Wadi's murder was also revenge. Mr. Wadi was helping Ratchet.
Ratchet had an accomplice in the kidnapping named Noah. They kidnapped Daisy together. Ratchet stored the ransom money in a Swiss bank that protected anonymous clients. He forced Monsieur Wadi to watch over the money. Once enough time had passed, Ratchet felt it was safe to have Monsieur Wadi bring him cash whenever Ratchet needed it.
The serial numbers of the bills would still be in a file, but no one would be actively checking it.
Precisely. But Ratchet didn't just keep the ransom in his safety deposit box. There was something much worse.
Weapons used in crimes. Ah, yes, the weapons, like the kitty wagon keys. Definitely weapons.
There was something much worse than Daisy's ransom money in that safety deposit box. During her investigation, Detective Locke found evidence proving that Ratchet was what is known as a trophy killer. He kept souvenirs of his crimes. We found trophies in the safety deposit box. There were others in a cabin Ratchet used in the Berkshire Mountains, including a beloved toy of little Daisy's.
If I'd have known that, I would have cut the bastard's head off.
Associate two items whose link would be the motive for Ratchet's murder. Oh, God. What do we think? This is really filled with negative energy. Well, there's been essentially a murder and 12 people stabbing a dead body. So yeah, this train does not have the vibes. I'm trying to think what some of these things have an association. Is the bracelet as in the photograph? That's what I was thinking. Alright, and after dessert even. What a time. I thought I noticed it in that photo.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. The bracelet found in the safety deposit box was also on Noah's wrist in a photograph. It's obvious Ratchet killed Noah. And therefore, at last, I can tell you with absolute certainty who the murderer of Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi is.
Oh my god, game, I don't know. Oh, does she have a similar bracelet? Oh my god, I think she does. Just don't mind me, I'm just... Oh my god, mustache!
You can never have too many of these.
Don't mind me looking at people's feet. Mustache. I think it is.
Mademoiselle Nielsen has the same bracelet as the one found in the safety deposit box in Geneva. A trophy from a victim of Ratchet. Noah.
Having a similar bracelet doesn't prove anything.
Yes, that might be true. If there were not an inscription on it.
Mr. Poirot, you're right. The bracelet looks similar to mine, but I have no idea what the marks on it mean. I just like the design.
The marks are not random, mademoiselle. These are special bracelets. They are called Morse code bracelets.
Really?
Because, well, you know why. The marks are Morse code.
It's kind of cool.
Happily, I learned Morse when I was a young man doing my service for the Belgian army.
Oh god. Alright, so we have dot dot dash dot. Dot dot dash dot. Mm-hmm. And then we have dot dash dot. Okay. Oh, is it about Freya? Maybe? And then just a dot. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. And then dot and 3 dashes. Uh-oh.
My little gray cells did not let me down. On the bracelet found in Ratchet's
Confront the real
safety
killer
deposit
without
box
making mistakes.
was
Let's
the name
go!
Freya in Morse code. Your first name. It belonged to your father, Noah.
That's her father?
Noah Nielsen. Let's stop playing this little game, mademoiselle. What does yours say? Noah?
It says father. Ratchet. That bastard. He kept my father's bracelet as a trophy.
Thank you. I have to admit your timing for Ratchet's murder was perfect. Do you mind if I continue?
Would it matter? Go ahead. You've earned the right to crow.
I do not make bird sounds, mademoiselle.
I don't make bird sounds.
I take no pleasure in this.
I wasn't expecting the pastry chef. Or the dessert lady, whatever you want to call her. But I was like, for some reason there was something earlier, I was like...
You drugged Ratchet's dessert to ensure he would be unconscious when you went to his room. You stole a knife from Monsieur Maury. If it was identified as the murder weapon, he would be accused. You knew Pierre Michel would leave the train for a smoke whenever it was stopped at a station. At Vinkovsky, you waited until he was on the station platform. Then, you carefully made your way along the first-class corridor to Ratchet's room. You entered Ratchet's room with the pass key, accessible to all employees in the crew quarters. You stabbed Ratchet at midnight.
But that knife, where is it?
Probably thrown out of Ratchet's window before the train left the station. A thorough search after the snow melts should turn it up.
My beautiful knife.
Then, you carefully returned to the crew quarters, replaced the passkey, and returned to your poker game. Et voila. The affair was not so complicated in the end. But what made the crime seem more complex? Well...
It was us.
Exactly. The 12 jurors who proceeded to carry out their far more complicated plan literally in the dark without realizing that the man was already dead.
Speaking only for myself, of course, but I believe we would have invited you to join us.
Ms. Nielsen, you killed Ratchet because he killed your father. Your motive is crystal clear. But why did you kill Aziz Wadi?
Oh.
It's because of Aziz that my father died. My father knew Aziz was the only one with access to Ratchet's safe, so he convinced Aziz to steal the money from the safety deposit box. But Aziz was too afraid of Ratchet. Instead, he betrayed my father by reporting him to Ratchet. Obviously, Ratchet then murdered my father. Aziz was just as guilty of my father's death as Ratchet.
Ratchet was the worst of humanity. But Monsieur Wadi, if you knew his story...
My father is dead because of him.
I will not debate the point with you, mademoiselle. He had done nothing to justify his death. I do not see any extenuating circumstances that should allow you to escape justice. You will be arrested at the Gare de Lyon when we arrive in Paris.
Judge and jury are you, Monsieur Poirot. And you get away with it.
You
It
murdered
must
two
be
people.
nice. But think of this. I know what you did. What you all did.
She's right. She could turn us all in.
Relax. Hector, is it? Your secret is safe with me. I'm not going to jail. Farewell, Poirot. Enjoy your victory.
Is she gonna...
Stop!
Oh my god! Another chase sequence! Don't you jump off this train! Not onto, like, the ice?
No, Freya, don't jump. You're going to die.
I've made my choice. We'll let fate decide.
No!
No! Alright.
She jumped off the train. Even if she hit the water, considering the height,
Well, it was also frozen.
and she survived.
It was a frozen lake.
And with this tunnel, either way, she's gone, Poirot.
Damn. Does no one lock the doors on a train while we're moving? Alright. She isn't going to jail. Like, she's very correct. I like how she's like getting all like, oh, so you could just kind of tell me what to do or whatever. It's like, you murdered two people. This will be jail her forever now. Very true.
I still can't believe what happened.
Me neither.
13 people took revenge on the same person. This investigation is so incredible. It almost looks like a detective story.
Oh,
It
wow.
would surely be a bestseller. It is true that this case will remain as one of the most important investigations of my career.
My only regret will be that I couldn't bring Ratchet to justice, but I can finally close this chapter of my life.
Your determination paid off. You can be proud of yourself.
I think we'll be arriving in Paris soon.
If you will pardon me, Detective Locke, I have to settle a few details with Monsieur Bouc before we arrive.
Please, go ahead.
I was just looking to see there might be a possible golden mustache somewhere.
I still can't believe Freya was the killer. She never even cheated when we played poker.
She used too much sugar.
Nonsense! Her desserts were divine!
Unfortunately, her actions were not so divine.
There you are, my friend.
Bouc, I have a favor to ask.
Anything.
When we arrive in Paris, will you speak to the police? I would rather keep a low profile.
But why?
Bouc, my first solution was incorrect.
Nonsense. The nuttier the mystery became, the greater your brilliance.
Please.
Very well, if you insist.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, for your service. The cuisine. Under difficult conditions, you surpass the reputation of the Orient Express.
That is true.
I look forward to seeing you again abroad, Monsieur Poirot. I promise, not all of our trips are this eventful.
Princess Dragomirov would like a word with you, Monsieur Poirot. It is important. She is waiting for you in her compartment.
All right.
When a princess summons me, how can I refuse?
The frozen lake and the high. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know, like, I guess her plan was just to do that. I don't know if she had any other kind of plan.
Ah, Mademoiselle Debenham et Captain Arbuthnot. Allow me to congratulate you on your upcoming nuptials.
I hope you won't be too disappointed if you're not invited.
Archie, really? Thanks to Mr. Poirot, there will actually be a wedding.
As you say, my darling. Sorry, old man, and thanks for everything, including finding my train ticket.
I just never understood why this man is just such, like, he's got like a stick up his butt. Like this whole time, he's been just so angry. I don't know what this woman sees in him. He's just such a pain in the butt, and he's just been so, like, antagonistic to us for no reason. And it's not like they're having an affair. He just likes her. You know what I mean? It's not like they found, like, oh, she's a married woman, but she wants to leave him or whatever. It's not even any of that kind of, like, sauciness. It's literally just... he's just kind of an ass. For no reason. Excuse me.
Count Andreny, how is the Countess?
Much better now that it's all over. I misjudged you, Poirot.
And I you.
There is something else about my wife you should know. Why I am so overprotective.
She is pregnant.
Knew it.
You are quite the detective.
Actually, Dr. Constantine told me. She admitted as much when he was attending to her.
If it's a girl, we are going to name her Daisy.
Oh.
If it's a boy,
Hercule,
he'll be stuck with Rudolph. It's a family tradition.
I wish you and all of your family much happiness.
Thank you.
And even if she somehow lived, she would freeze to death. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Is there anything in my room? All my stuff is laid out. Not a golden mustache in sight. Really? Why not? Give birth to a deer? No. Rudolph is a common name in other places.
My daughter, my great friend, and I wanted to talk to you one last time. I speak on behalf of the entire Armstrong family, as well as those close to us. You have shown compassion. We know your reputation, and we understand that your choice was not easy for you. We are all the more grateful. Thank you.
And you could have the middle name as Hercule.
You managed to say the word thank you, although he did manage to put us through quite a lot.
You have given us all closure and some peace of mind.
You should know that I regret nothing. If this Freya Nielsen person had not been involved, I would have done it again.
Someone told me the Stalinists were frightened of you. I believe them.
The country of my birth breeds its share of brutes and bullies, but also some of the greatest intellectual and artistic minds the world has ever known. I pray that one day we will again be remembered for that.
I share your hope, Princess.
And of course, with the real murderer of that man out there somewhere, we are no longer guilty of much. Correct?
Princess, don't push your luck too far. If you'll excuse me, I have some packing to do. Ladies?
So we're arresting no one? Well, technically all the people here only just stabbed a dead body, so... No. No, we're not. No one's getting arrested. The one who was gonna get arrested jumped off the train. Time to pack up my stuff that I barely used. Because we wore the same outfit every
At the
day.
end of this investigation, I still have my doubts. Did I make the right choice with the 12 self-proclaimed jurors?
Was I correct to let the 12 jurors go free? Yeah! The guy deserved it!
Yes, it was the right thing to do.
Imagine going through all this and be like, absolutely not! Jail with all 12 of them!
As for Mademoiselle Nielsen, what would I have done if she had not escaped?
Jail. Would I have arrested her? Absolutely.
Is it justice to let the 12 go free, but have Mademoiselle
She's the one who
Nielsen
did the murders,
arrested?
though!
A vast question indeed.
She literally did the murders, though. Imagine she's out there, just Superman
Often
running.
Take motive into consideration when deciding the sentence for a crime. You are not a judge. Your job is to establish the facts, which you have done. The case has been solved. Another already awaits you. It is the reason you are on this train. It is time. Time to move on.
This is where we get to like talk to like everyone before we go. No?
I hope you will travel with us again, Monsieur Poirot.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Monsieur Poirot, I spoke with my associates. I convinced them to give you a deal on our new Firenze SUV. No need to thank me. It's the least I could do.
That is very generous, but no, I do not drive.
You don't? What? But it's electric. It's good for the planet.
I am good for the planet, as long as I don't drive.
Damn. He just...
Understand? He refused.
Poirot was like, I don't need a car.
No problem.
Oh, we got exactly 20.
Golden moustache.
Very nice.
Poirot is a nasty man. Poirot is a nasty man.
I wonder where Princess Dragomirov's bird
Excuse
can have
me?
heard that.
Rude.
Have you lost something? May I help you?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, you have done so much already.
I know,
is
what
it
a
you
rude
have
bird.
My friends, we're traveling to Poland to help with children. We were to meet at an information booth. But where do I get information on how to find an information booth?
There is, I believe, an information booth just inside the main terminal.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a great detective.
And you, madame, are a good soul. I will miss this train.
I will miss this train. Hi, bye. Oh, I can't read that.
News travels fast.
What's it say? Just let me just. I see Ratchet. He's right there. What's this say? Something on the Orient Express. Is it murder? Is it saying like there was a murder on the train?
Hey, Poirot. Say, have you seen a scruffy little guy in a green trench coat?
I cannot say I have. Why?
He's my next case.
Another case? That was indeed fast.
The detective's gotta eat. You know what I mean.
I have some idea, yes.
Suspected embezzler. Traveling east, but not on the Orient Express. Say, you wouldn't be interested in teaming up, would you? Some good money in it.
I have had enough of trains for a while, thank you.
Okay, suit yourself.
Can we get some more games where Poirot and Locke, like, team up? I really like their character dynamic.
Mr. Poirot, Mr. McQueen here thinks he may know an attorney in the Berkshires who might need a gentleman's gentleman.
He's old school English. I think the clock stopped for him in 1934.
I hope it works out for you, Monsieur Masterman. What about you, Monsieur McQueen?
Well, back to law school for me, following my father's footsteps. We can take the train to St. Pancras, then the Piccadilly line to Heathrow and check out some flights.
Might as well. We're already packed.
I wish you both bonne chance.
Sapphire, hi. You just came in. We finished solving the case. We're saying goodbye to everyone.
Ah, Poirot. Mission accomplished. I have reported to the police that Freya Nielsen killed Hatchet and that she escaped. They're issuing an international arrest warrant. There's a canal that runs alongside the tracks where she jumped from the train. But they say there's little chance she survived. The police have questioned all of the passengers and crew, so for now, they are free to leave.
I gave them the results of my preliminary autopsy, and they have the report from the Venetian authorities. They were arguing about jurisdiction when I left.
Thank you, Doctor. You have been of inestimable help.
A fascinating case. I'm pleased I could assist you.
Mr. Poirot, it seems our paths
Aw,
part
but
here.
you're such
It was
a
an
good
honor
team.
and a pleasure to work with you.
And I am with you, Detective Locke. The case would have been impossible without your tenacity and dedication to finding the truth. You also proved to be an able con artist in Geneva.
You too.
Oh, yeah, give him a hug. He's
Thank
like,
you for everything. I'll never forget you.
And I shall always treasure our collaboration.
he's like, now please stop hugging me. Bye, Joanne. I really liked her.
Well, that's that. I'm hungry. Let's go to the Wagon Rouge restaurant. They make an excellent leg of lamb.
But it's only 5:34 p.m. Is food all you really
Yes.
think about, my friend?
I'm the one inviting you. You've well deserved it.
I think Book thinks of two things, trains and food.
You, I'm not going to obtain for you a secret recipe this time.
Poirot, they make a chocolate mousse that is so creamy. It must have a secret ingredient in it.
The last recipe came from a murderer.
That it
But
did.
it was sublime.
Oh, what a great game. New game, do all the confrontations without ever making a mistake. Oh my goodness, y'all, we killed it. Let's go. So what'd you guys think? For those who knew of the book / movie, anything of those two, what did you think? Was it good? Did it stand up to Agatha Christie's original writing? We aced it? We did. We did indeed, my friends. And that's number 71. Murder on the Orient Express. All right. Very enjoyable. Love the accents. Me too. I love very, like, authentic accents. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I sure did. Speaking of which, friends, if someone wants to do exclamation Discord, I'm sure most people probably who are hanging out probably already are part of it, but you haven't, please. Vote for the next Agatha Christie game we'll be starting on Saturday. We have either the London case or the ABC murders next. We're almost done with Agatha Christie, which is super sad. They need to make more. These games were so good. Changes were fine. You like the game a lot. Me too. I think ABC is winning. I don't care whichever ones. I like it to be a surprise once the voting's done, but from what I was able to catch, I liked it a lot. I'm glad you did, Freya. I think out of between playing the first cases and this, I'm kind of glad we did first cases first, because I feel like if we did Murder on the Orient Express and then went to the first cases, I think we would have had a very severe lack of puzzles. We probably would have enjoyed it because we love mysteries here, but I think this game was so above and beyond enhanced by having puzzles instead of just talking to people and then just having to think, okay, what goes together? I think the puzzles really like made the gameplay that much more fun, and there was some really kind of brain ticklers in there where we're like, oh god, what do we do? So I think 10 out of 10. This is definitely better than the first cases. I really enjoyed it. The puzzles were fantastic. I think all of them pretty much had a good amount of logic to them, that there wasn't something where I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I think there was definitely enough that the puzzles had all the logic you needed. You just had to think sometimes outside the box. Fantastic. I like this mind map better than the last one. Me too. I liked it how it was definitely more, it felt very structured to be like, you need to go do this. Instead of just looking at it and being like, what connects together? The connecting the webs in the first cases definitely got a bit tedious at the end, especially when you're like, I have no idea what goes together, right? In this one, it was nice having the little mind web of just, what do we do next? You know what I mean? So it'd be like, oh, we need to talk to this person. We need to talk to this person. We need to investigate this. So much better. We have a letter from the UK. This is Poirot's house. It's got a fancy, like, couch. Oh, but look at that cake and that tea. What kind of tea do you think he drinks? Whitehaven Mansions, London. Alright, what do we got here?
Dear Poirot, I didn't really have time to say goodbye when we parted. I thought I had beaten the greatest detective in the world, but you unmasked me. I still had my revenge, though. I even managed to help myself to a small amount of cash from Waddy's bag before you interrupted me in Venice. It will be enough to settle somewhere in a quiet little town where I will create delicacies for appreciative clients.
Did she survive?
You won't hear from me again, nor will Book get any more of my recipes. Oh, and one last thing. You may not think so, but I truly believe Ratchet and Waddy got their just desserts. Regards, F.
Oh, she lived!
You, mademoiselle, are entirely too pleased with yourself. You give clues no one could follow. Unless they are Hercule Poirot.
Oh, that's so cheeky. Dang. Oh my goodness. That was super, super good. I really enjoyed that. That was fantastic. Like, actually, how? You know, there's stranger things that happen in this world. Let me turn on some tunes. There we go. A little something, something. Need a DLC to have them track her down. It'd be really cool that, or maybe the like, I don't know when did this game come out? I don't know when this came out. So if I go to the store page, it says it came out October 19, 2023, but that could be only when it came to Steam.